Mark just came up with a new video idea and he feels that this video will go viral and is going to pull lots of views. But Mark remembers his previous video. He also said the same thing about that one and it absolutely flopped. Steven has over 100 video ideas in his list, but he struggles to pick which one he should start working on next. Eating just paper for 24 hours. I mean, it feels like a video that can go viral, but how would you know? How do you know if your video can go viral? How do you know which idea you should start working on next? I will show you a 3-step process you can go through to make sure your video can go viral. I spent the past few hours going through famous YouTubers' most viral videos like Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, Iraq, applying the 3-step process to their videos and it worked every single time. But to be honest with you, it only failed once on this video from Mr. Beast, but it worked on his most popular 35 videos on the internet with an average of 141 million views per video. I assume that's a pretty good sign, so let's get started. Expectations. Expectations is a word that is going to come up a lot in the 3-step process. Expectations. When you see a thumbnail of a video, when you read the title, your brain automatically comes up with expectations on what happens during the video. If you control the expectations, you literally control the views of a video. If I show you this video, spend 24 hours as a fireman, your brain, imagine the creator as a fireman hanging off of a building that's on fire, your brain comes up with expectations. And when I show you this video, a millionaire goes homeless to prove anyone can make it, your brain imagines a millionaire going homeless and somehow using his experience beats poverty in a few days and he is already making money. Expectations is something we are going to talk about a lot in this video. So, can you capture the expectations in an eye-grabbing thumbnail? This is the first step of the 3-step process and it's literally the easiest. If you can't come up with an eye-grabbing thumbnail for your video idea, delete your video idea. Exterminate it. If you have a shop that looks something like this, no one is going to bother to go inside of the shop to find if your products are actually worthwhile. So you need to make sure your video thumbnails are eye-grabbing enough. Explain the idea of the video in a simple way so that you guarantee that he clicks on your video. When I show you this thumbnail, what are the expectations you come up with for the video? Most likely, if you have more than 3 brain cells, most likely you came up with expectations that I will stay in a dumpster for 24 hours. But if I show you this thumbnail, it's going to be extremely hard for you to guess what the video is about. Then that is probably not a good thumbnail. If you're asking what the video is actually about, well, after reading the title, I still don't have an idea what the video is about. Zero expectations. Your thumbnail turned my brain useless. That's your fault. Yeah, what about this one? Do you come up with expectations when you see the thumbnail? Okay, but what about this one? Does any expectations come to your mind? Probably nothing that actually takes place during the video. This was a certified bad thumbnail from Mr. Beast. I mean, it's like 6 years old, but still. But are the expectations intriguing enough? I stayed underneath my bed for 24 hours. Amazing, wow, I couldn't care less. 10 minutes of you talking to the camera with no expectations of risk or anything exciting happening at all. The expectations coming from your title and thumbnail are not intriguing enough. I stayed in a dumpster for 24 hours. I mean, let's try and script the video together. I will stay in dumpster for 24 hours. I will keep talking to my camera about random stuff and make the video longer for that sweet watch time and average view duration. Well, here is the thing. The viewer scripts the video as well. When he sees your title and thumbnail, he comes up with expectations for your video. He assumes that you will stay in a dumpster for 24 hours, not doing anything, doing random stuff to pass the time. It is not intriguing enough. I mean, it might be intriguing enough if you were like 5 years old, but we will get into that in the next step of the process. $500,000 Mr. Beast Squid Games video. Your brain just fills up with expectations if he actually recreated every game and made 456 people go through them. Did he actually recreate the crazy Squid Game sets? There are too many extremely intriguing expectations for me not to click. But are the expectations broadly appealing enough? Now we are starting to get a bit challenging, so make sure you focus with me. Look at me, up here. Keep eye contact. You might have a video that have intriguing expectations, but they are not broadly appealing enough. Let me try and explain. A common mistake I see is YouTubers making videos about themselves. Like this guy here. Such a weird guy, like making a 3-minute video about himself. Yes, this video gives intriguing expectations, but only to Mr. Beast fans. Let's consider a video titled, I decided to drop out of college. This video will give intriguing expectations, but only to your followers and the college students who are thinking of dropping out. It doesn't give broadly appealing, intriguing expectations. This is still a hard concept for me to cover in just a YouTube video, but after I understood this concept, I never wrote or said a word the same way again. Every sentence that comes out of my mouth, I try and make it as broadly appealing as possible. Here is an example I use a lot in my courses. Non-WCA Rubik's Cube tier list. Do you know what non-WCA mean? You might do, but I don't. You can switch the title to something like ranking the world's hardest Rubik's Cubes ever. Now it's more broadly appealing. I don't know if it's broadly appealing enough though. The only people who would click have an interest in Rubik's Cubes. And I have a life. So, unboxing Red Dragon K558 keyboard. The only people who will be interested to click on this video are people who are familiar with the keyboard. This is my keyboard. It is not the best, but it does the job. It's basically a budget option. Maybe you can title the video something like best budget keyboard to buy under $50. Now the video is more broadly appealing. And now, let's get to the most important question. Which idea should you start working on? I can tell you that you need to capture your idea's expectations in an eye-grabbing thumbnail. Those expectations need to be as intriguing as they can get. Those expectations need to be as broadly appealing as they can get. But from my personal experience, the best idea to start working on is that idea that you have been thinking about all the time. That idea that you can't just get it out of your head for the past few days. Here is a secret. Every video on my current channel was never the best choice of a video for me to start working on. Compared to other super optimized videos with optimized, those are the ones I felt like making. And that's better than spending 30 days procrastinating on which idea to start working on. And the best way to do that is to stop wasting time and start working on that idea you have been thinking about all the time for the past few days. Exactly like I just did. And you might get your first 100,000 subscribers in just 10 days, like this YouTuber right here. In this video, I break down his success and how he was able to get 100,000 subscribers using just one video.